This place is unlike any other place in the world. Our scientists focus on all the major issues in biomedical research today: cancer, immune disorders, neurodegenerative diseases, obesity and metabolic disorders, infectious disease. The span of the research here is truly extraordinary.
This is the world's leading biomedical research institution. 24 Nobel Prize winners in the 100-plus years of its existence. That's more than any other institution in the world. It's more than all but 3 other countries in the world. This is a truly, truly unique place.
This is the place where the discovery was made that genes are made of DNA, perhaps the most transformative discovery of the 20th century. Other discoveries include the fact that viruses can cause cancer, the development of methadone treatment for drug addiction, the development of the first effective combination therapies for HIV/AIDS, and many others. Rockefeller is like a scientific village. Just 70 faculty members, 1,200 scientists. That small size is part of the secret sauce. Everybody can know everybody. It's a very collegial and warm environment where people are constantly interacting.
I've worked at a lot of scientific institutions, and Rockefeller is very special. It matters for scientists to come to work, to have a beautiful environment. You step off of the craziness of urban New York and step into this beautiful oasis.
As I walk on the campus, I can't believe that I'm in the middle of Manhattan. That tranquility and ability to lose yourself in thoughts in your local environment is a unique attribute of this institution.
I don't think scientists are that different from artists. Just has this subtle impact, freeing the mind to do great things.
When Mark Tessier-Levine became president, one of the initiatives he invested in was to develop a master plan for the campus, to look ahead to the future of an institution that will last for centuries, we believe.
He and we, the campus, had the opportunity to reimagine what we would look like in 100 years. And so the Strategic Planning Committee decided that movement in a few areas would really position us well to continue to excel.
We need to renew our lab stock. Laboratories don't age well. They go downhill in a matter of decades. And while we've had fine facilities here, they're really showing their age.
The whole concept of science has changed from lone geniuses working in a room by themselves to groups of people that work together collaboratively.
When it came to choosing an architect, we were struck by how imaginative Raffaele Vignoli was in looking at our campus and how he got our culture. He also saw the vision for how a new building should fit into the campus.
The university now ends in here. Welsh is here somehow.
Every New Yorker has this dream where you're living in an apartment.
And this is the wall, and this is the highway.
And there's a door you just realize is there.
This is the promenade, and the river is here.
And you open the door, and there's an entire new 15-room apartment that you never knew was there, and it completely changes your life. That's what the River Campus is. We've been here for more than 100 years, and we never realized that there were 2 acres of usable land right next to our campus.
The building essentially ended here, and what we added is a basic volume like this over the highway.
It's a very unconventional structure for New York City, and one that shows the brilliance of Vignoli. We realized that we could take advantage of the rights that the university has to build over the FDR.
These are cars in the FDR.
Will be assembled from the river with barges at night. And then the laboratory building will be built on top of that platform and will be connected with all of the existing structures in a very seamless way.
It completes the campus, it gives a new facade, it highlights the historic buildings. If you look from, say, 10 stories high, you essentially never see the expansion of the campus. I mean, all you see is the expansion of the garden.
It actually opens up more land, gives us more open space.
I think this is, I mean, just the notion of walking up York Avenue up towards the hill, towards a building that started this institution in the early 1900s, and then connecting it to outdoor space overlooking the river with laboratory members percolating up from below is inspired.
We're talking about a building that's almost 3 city blocks long, 2 stories, that would serve multiple purposes. First, to provide that much-needed lab space. Secondly, to do it in the way that scientists want today, which is that it's a highly interconnected space, a horizontal space. The views will be very inspiring, and the laboratories will be a very efficient place to do science, where people will be able to interact immediately with people in their laboratory and neighboring laboratories, which scientists crave. They crave those interactions with scientists with complementary expertise and other insights. That's where the sparks fly. That's what leads to transformative advances.
It's the random connection where you bump into someone on a stairwell, or you mentor a student, or you see a visitor you didn't know was here.
To be an environment where there's a free exchange of ideas and people get wind in often incremental ways about what's happening, or as importantly, what's possible, can have a big impact.
Almost like atoms were bouncing up against each other and creating new interactions and new ideas that is really fostered by the architecture.
It really reflects the spirit of the existing campus, extending the exterior gardens, and also we have a community center and cafeteria that will bring everybody together on campus every day. Another important part of the project will be a complete renovation of the esplanade with bike lanes and pedestrian walkways, seating, shading.
New York is going through a renaissance in the sciences right now. The River Campus fits in with Cornell Technion, fits in with the fact that while Cornell is expanding its research facilities, Sloan Kettering is expanding its research facilities. This will just be one more piece in a much bigger mosaic of making New York City the premier location for life sciences in the world.
This building project will be an important element enabling New York to get to the very top of its game.
The space that an institution inhabits is one of its most crucial assets. In the history of science, architecture has had an important impact on the development of institutions and therefore ideas. This is what the scientific building of the future will look like.
It makes tremendous sense. I mean, it's just, what's wrong with that, right?
It's an oasis of science, and being able to stretch out and have new colleagues that are making use of the space out there will just have a big impact on the continuing to do great, excellent science that we do here.
When you invest in Rockefeller, you're investing in the most imaginative and very best scientists in the world. We have a 100-year track record to back up that claim. And the impact in terms of life-saving therapies and cures has been enormous.
All of us who are involved in Rockefeller are just so proud of the institution and the people who work here.
They're the most intelligent people around, and the most adventurous, and the ones that are dealing with perhaps the only thing we're all bound by, right?
This is a unique institution that is doing things that have impact way beyond the current day, the current time, way beyond a small group of individuals. The impact here is enormous. It's the ability to impact the future of mankind.